Alright, so what are viewports? Well, the easiest way I can think to explain is that viewports are holes that are cut into the page, which when you look through these holes you can see out into the model space area where your drawing objects or model was created. So to create viewports, what you would do is type in MV into the command line and press enter. And so we're going to create a viewport right now, and as you can see we're asked to specify the first corner of the viewport, so I'll left click my mouse button and click for the opposite corner again, and there we have our first viewport or window or hole, whatever you want to call it. So we can see through our viewport into our model space area, and we can see our objects or model. It's not the best scale at the moment, but we will fix that later. And so now I'm going to do another viewport, so I'll type in MV into the command line again and press enter and pick 2 points, and there we have it, the second viewport. Now at this stage you're probably wondering why can I see my objects that are in model space through this window and also see them through this other window. Now the answer to that is that viewports are independent of each other. In other words, Autocad simply has this functionality. You can see your model through as many viewports as you want to. So if we made a change to the model through one viewport, it will change in the other viewport because it's the same model. So let's do that. So instead of actually going into model space by clicking on the model tab, let's work on the model through a viewport. So to do that we type MS into our command line and press enter, and just pick on the viewport that you want to work through. I'm going to pick on this one here. Now I want to zoom into a specific part of our model through that viewport, so I'm just going to pan and zoom in roughly, because this is the area I want to look at the scale factor, and we will be zooming into that area at a specific scale factor of 1:10. So what we do is type Z into the command line, press enter, and what we do is type 1/10xp and press enter, and there we have it. So now I'm going to click on the other viewport to work through it and close the other the initial viewport that I was working on, and I'm just going to firstly pan around and zoom in to that same area again, and this time I'm just going to zoom in on that part to a scale factor of 1:20. So again we would type Z, press enter, and this time we would type 1/20xp and press enter, and there we have it. So now I want to put a bit of emphasis again on the fact that we are working on the same model in this viewport as the other viewport, and I'm going to prove that by just selecting a part. As you can see, they do highlight in both viewports. I'm going to change that circle to red there, and as you can see it's not only changed to red color in this viewport but also in the other viewport. So now to get out of the mode that allows you to have viewports open, or in other words to close viewports purely for Paperspace operations, you would simply type PS into the command line. So let's do that. Type in PS and press enter, and we are back out, and those viewports have now been closed. From here we could continue drawing in Paperspace and start drawing things like our dimensions and annotation. And at this point I could not say that we are finished just yet if I left out locking of viewports, but I will cover that in the next lesson. So that's it for this video.